What's cracking, everybody? Felrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content along with little Maggie here. Now, the backdrop is different. We moved recently, which is why I haven't had many videos come up about Hisui event and all that other fun stuff that's coming up this week. So just go check out the Sinnoh Cup video that I put down back in Season 10 for pretty much all of what you need to know about Hisui Cup. But I got some more exciting stuff for today, to be honest. Hisui Cup, don't care. We got Galarian Articuno in Shoutcast today, brought to us by battler Ladybug XOXO. I know she was just on the channel with the Little Cup team that just slapped, but she brought me these battles with the fresh caught Articuno. I couldn't resist, and I think we're all in a treat for today. I haven't seen the battles yet, so we're going to get right into it. We got Obstagoon on the lead with a Galarian Articuno and a Talonflame in back. This is just going to be good, so let's just take a look. Now, this first battle here starts with a Obstagoon into an Empoleon. We know this is a good matchup, and Empoleon's staying in for some reason. The recording started a little bit earlier, or a little bit later in the battle, but that's okay. We all kind of understand what's happening. It's still the beginning of the battle. So, Ladybug's throwing that cross chop. This this Empoleon's going to get it, man. It's just not. It's just not. So, Articuno comes in, and we get to see just what it can do. It's going to come in, and it's going to get this ancient power off. And it does enough damage to warrant a little bit of a kaboom there. So here comes the Galarian Articuno. Now it has the move set of Psycho Cut as a fast move. I think it also has like Wing Attack or Gust or something. Psycho Cut's the better move there. It gets more energy and it just charges up the Ancient Powers and the Brave Bird so quickly. It also has access to Future Sight, which is if you want to boom with some stab psychic damage. That's also an option. But another Ancient Power gets a shield. No boost on this Articuno, unfortunately. Look at how majestic that thing is, man. Holy heck. I love Galarian Articuno. Of the three birds, it's by far my favorite. So, Galarian Articuno, are you going to farm down? Galarian Articuno has 1 HP, a Dream, and 100 energy. Lapras is going to come in. Opponent playing an interesting Empoleon, Charizard, Lapras. A very interesting team by the opponent here, but that's okay. Goon is going to be able to clean this game up quite nicely. I don't even know if Talonflame even needs to make an appearance here, if I'm honest. So, this is good. This is a good first battle. Oh, it takes out the... I think, was the opponent trying to catch? I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, that's it. That's a good game. Very good showing of Galarian Articuno, taking the opponent completely by surprise. Obstagoon comes in against a Venusaur, Shadow Venusaur at that. This is not a good matchup for the Obstagoon. We're going to go straight into Talonflame, the hard counter, and the opponent stays in just a bit too long and allows the Talonflame to get up to a Flame Charge before Lapras can even get to a move here. So now this Flame Charge is going to come through, start ramping up the Talonflame's damage, gets a shield. The opponent is afraid of the Talonflame. If you're the Lapras, you could probably tank that first one because now you have to shield the other one that's going to do even more damage, and this is going to hurt. There you go. Now, one Surf from this Shadow Lapras would definitely take out this Talonflame. I imagine you probably just let it go at this point, that you've gotten a shield and half the health off of it. There it goes. Alright, so now Obstagoon is going to come back in here and is going to farm down. Get a Night Slash off on the CMP Tide just to see if we can get another shield off of this Lapras to try and get it to throw its energy. Gets a shield from this Lapras as well. Opponent really wants to get this Surf off here. And Ladybug is going to let it get a Skull Bash. Oh, man, that was a Skull Bash. Okay. Talonflame comes in. Ancient Power is a move that this Articuno knows. And Ancient Power is a move that's going to practically one-shot this freaking Talonflame. So, let's go. Ancient Power coming through. The Articuno is going to get a 2-shield sweep here on this opponent. Takes out almost all of the health of the Talonflame. Gonna go for the Ancient Power as soon as this move comes through. And then I think that's just about this whole game. I believe there's a Venusaur in the back still waiting for its fate to be surmised here. I can't wait. He's gonna Brave Bird the Venusaur and I'm gonna laugh myself all the way into Happy Town. Alright, here comes the Lapras. Can you farm down the Lapras? She farms down the Lapras. Articuno has 1 HP. Oh, here comes the Shadow Dude, this is gonna KO at least 5 Venusaurs. What? You ready for this? Let's go. Let's go. Brave Bird. Takes out, gets the screenshot for posterity, and that is a good game. Oh man. This is crazy. I can't imagine how insane this thing would be if it had maybe a slightly better bait move. Maybe Ancient Power is good, but it's not quite the bait move that you want. But if I hope it gets a boost. I hope we get a boost. I'm gonna go crazy if we get a boost. Giratina and an Obstagoon. This is where you want to see the Giratina here. Even though it's got Dragon Breath, those Night Slashes are spammy enough to actually make a difference against the Giratina. So Giratina is going to tank this Night Slash most likely. Not going to try to shield the first one, as the boosted ones are the ones to be feared here. Yeah, takes that first one. No boost here, unfortunately, on the Obstagoon, but Ladybug's going straight for the next Night Slash. Not messing around, not going to wait, not going to over farm. Going straight for this Night Slash. Going to put this Giratina in a health range that actually could be a problem. Tapu Fini comes in. Not really a direct answer, but we have an Articuno. Articuno, I don't know. We're going to have to see how this plays out. This is very dicey because Tapu Fini kind of core breaks the team quite a bit. Moonblast! Oh no. That almost KO'd the whole thing. Alright, I got to see how this happens, how we're going to play out of this. Brave Bird, oh man, right back. Kabooms it right back. Now the Tapu Fini is in range to be taken out by either of the two remaining Pokemon, and hopefully it's not going to core break anything else because it can't live that long. So Goon's going to come in and just hard farm it down. Two shields, both alive on both sides of the battlefield. Giratina's going to come in and try and land a Dragon Claw against the Goon, and it's probably got too loaded at this point. Dragon Claw comes through. Goon's going to go for another counter. Wanted to go for that Night Slash, but unfortunately not able to get it before the fast move registered. And they're going to tank the Dragon Claw with almost no HP remaining, and going to hopefully get these two Night Slashes off before the Giratina can Dragon Breath down. Night Slash 1 takes out the Giratina almost, but we're going to be able to get the Talonflame in there with one Incinerate, down a shield, and it's a Cresselia in the back, and that is a good game at this point because not only does Goon have a Night Slash loaded, but this Talonflame basically hard walls this Cresselia unless the Cresselia is running Future Sight, which most don't, but some do. Some definitely do. But do you shield the potential Future Sight? No, it's a Grass Knot bait. The opponent is baiting with the Grass Knot. I think at this point you just go straight for the Moonblast. It's only one more Psycho Cut, and it doesn't do, it's only single resisted as opposed to the Grass Knot being double resisted. Now at this point you just get farmed down, I think. So this is definitely looking like a good game here. Opponent saving their shields for some later battles, it looks like. Totally fine. Totally fine. Going still for those Grass Knot baits. Goon could jump in at any time once shields are down to get a Night Slash off to chip shield off of the Cresselia. So this this Talonflame just needs to get a couple more Incinerates and that's a good game. Tiny little Kaboom for the Incinerate damage. That's absolutely just abhorrently. Is this a single move Cresselia? I think it's a single move Cresselia. That's okay. Everybody's gotta start somewhere, and that's okay. If you, I don't have Cresselia candy. I have rare candy. All right, Togekiss. This is about as bad of a lead as you could possibly get. I think we safe swap the Articuno here, or maybe the Talonflame. No, gonna safe swap in the Articuno. Gonna go for these Ancient Powers, probably just to try and get some super effective damage off on the Togekiss. Throwing with some good timing there. Oh no, I'm running. It's not good timing. Charm snuck through. They always sneak through even when they're not supposed to, man. Ancient Power does get a shield. Gonna go straight for the next Ancient Power. Hopefully maybe getting another shield. Don't know if Ancient Power really does that much damage to a Togekiss, but they don't want to find out. They just want to go straight for the charms and take out this Articuno, and that's okay. Articuno did its job. It got two shields, and now Talonflame or Goon can completely sweep the rest of the team with two shields easily. I don't even need to know what's in the back. I just know that these two are poised for greatness right now. So this Togekiss is staying in against Talonflame. You got to wonder if they're maybe weakening the back to Talonflame as well. They do throw the Ancient Power here, and the shield goes up. Now a Swampert comes in, and a Brave Bird is going to land. And now let's see how much damage that Brave Bird's going to do, because that's no small number of damage. Does plenty of damage against it, and now the Goon is going to be able to probably farm down at this point. Doesn't even need to shield this. One Hydro Cannon does about 35% or so. You could Night Slash if you wanted to. Do have to tank this next Hydro Cannon. Maybe you shield it. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to see what's in the back here. And it is the Togekiss came back. That's right. That's right. That's okay. Togekiss comes in and is going to tank some Night Slashes here before the Talonflame comes in to seal its fate. And you know what? That's perfectly all right. That is going to be as good of a game as you could possibly get. This Talonflame's going to come in. Still has a shield to block this Ancient Power. Not that it needs to. And one Flame Charge is going to be enough to seal the game off. And that's going to be a good game. Flame Charge comes through, takes out Trevenant. Man, see, I'm not paying attention. Where did Trevenant come from? I thought the Togekiss was almost left. That's why they didn't swap in. My music turned off in the middle of the battle, and it completely got me off guard, and I'm not paying attention. That is my bad, but that was a good game. Oh, man, it's late. Forgive me. I'm working on a separate setup right now. But we're going to get her little one's battles are here. Ladybug and her little one are the same trainer, so that's probably why they have the have one name over the other. They're the same trainer, same person. Sorry. Walrein on the Obstagoon. This is a great lead for Obstagoon. The opponent doesn't swap out either, so they're looking to take super effective counter damage from this Obstagoon. They're going to go for the Night Slash, maybe Veda Shield here, hoping to get a boost. I'd love to see some boosts. Boostagoon to the moon. No boost here, so counter damage is still going to add up pretty quickly. This Walrein is not getting out of this fight. I imagine there's probably a Trevenant in the back. This Walrein is throwing Earthquakes, trying really hard to get rid of this Obstagoon. And there's Trevenant in the back, I bet you. What do you think? Oh, yeah, she agrees. There's definitely a Trevenant back there. So Talonflame is going to have an absolute field day against that Trevenant as it comes out against the Obstagoon. But not before Escavalier comes out and Talonflame's going to rip the rest of the team. They're not swapping out of the Talonflame. Oh, it's not a Swamp. It's a Swampert. I wasn't expecting a Swampert. I really wasn't. Swampert comes in, meets the Articuno, and probably its fate. So, doesn't need to bait. Oh, but a Hydro Cannon does like 50% at least. That's crazy. I think you shield this and try to get off at least a Brave Bird or two. Talonflame definitely needs to land a Brave Bird in order to take this out. After the Articuno has done its job here and gotten both shields, Talonflame can definitely do enough damage here with a Brave Bird to take out the Swampert. We're going straight for another Ancient Power here. Not messing around. Going to get another shield, hopefully. Hopefully this gets this shield, because if it doesn't, that's almost a waste of energy. The opponent does shield, fearing the Brave Bird, and gonna fire back with a charge move of their own, and you have to go for another charge move here to get the shield off. Going straight for the Brave Bird. There's absolutely that's it. There's no mercy, and it takes it out. The opponent doesn't bother shielding, and they bring Escavalier back in to the Talonflame, and Megahorn, not enough damage. Sorry. Going to be able to get this move off here. Oh man, this is actually going to be a lot closer than it needs to be. Okay, now I'm on the edge of my seat. Flame Charge is going to almost take it out, but it's not going to be enough. Is this Articuno able to get down? It gets the farm down. That's a good game. Oh man, that was really, really close. Had me on the edge of my seat. Great battle. All right, moving into this next one here. After collecting a 4-1 set, fantastic first half here. And going right into the next set. Now this is an 8-2 run, so we know there's a loss in here somewhere, but I bet you it's a good one. Alolan Muck. This is not a bad lead, especially since it's running Snarl. The Obstagoon does resist most of the damage coming from that, but her little one decides to get into the Talonflame safe swap, potentially draw out the hard counter to the flying type. Opponent apparently doesn't have one, as they're not swapping out whatsoever. So I wonder if that means that they just don't have a flying type counter, which, I mean, Muck is fairly neutral towards flyers. That's not necessarily something on the game plan when it comes to team building around something like that. So definitely understandable here. But the Talonflame is going to start ramping up and ripping apart this Muck. I think just one more Incinerate's enough after this one, I think, don't you? Dark Pulse comes through, does a respectable amount of damage, but Talonflame incinerates down. And what's in the back? It's a Sirfetch'd. That's why they didn't swap. They have fighters in the back, don't they? So fighters in the back means that this Articuno is going to absolutely annihilate the rest of this game. So here comes Articuno, no chance, nothing else. The Obstagoon's not coming into this, so here comes Articuno, absolutely ready to Brave Bird the Sirfetch'd, most likely. Night Slash does do a lot of damage, and the Sirfetch'd actually has to get there one fast move before they are able to get to the Brave Bird. Now, Brave Bird would obviously KO a Sirfetch'd at this point. Articuno comes in. That Ancient Power would have done double super effective damage, but it was very good idea of her little one to swap out here and save the energy for later. Could get the Ancient Power. Gonna definitely get the Brave Bird off against the Sirfetch'd, and that's going to close the game out. I can already see it from here. The writing on the wall, as Home Slice Henry puts it, my man, is going to absolutely just, that's how the game's going to go right here. And its Obstagoon's going to whittle down the Kanto Articuno, and then the cool Articuno is going to come out and finish the game. Very easy. So here comes another, most likely an Icy Wind here from the Kanto Articuno. Icy Wind does get the Obstagoon very low, but Obstagoon is going to be able to fire back with a cross chop. Now in this situation, I would be definitely going for Night Slash, as its stab damage gets the potential boost there, and cross chop, while it's an ice type, the flying type makes it neutral. So if you're going to throw one of the two as they're both neutral, definitely would much rather go for the stab neutral damage over the non-stab neutral damage. But that's okay. The Brave Bird's coming through. Absolutely going to get a kaboom on this side. And we get a screenshot as well from that absolute one-shot monster hit from Articuno. Brave Bird's amazing. All right. And Psycho Cuckets, they're so quick, dude. I don't think there's any other flyers in the game that get to Brave Bird that quickly. Obstagoon goes out. Walrein swaps out into a Crobat. And while we don't really have a strong answer to the Crobat, I think that Articuno is probably the best response here. Definitely do want to swap out of this eventually. Chipping down the Crobat to guarantee switch is good, but definitely waiting for that Poison Fang to come through. Maybe going a little bit further than that. Okay, catching a Poison Fang. All right, that's not a bad call here. We keep the Goon loaded on energy and somewhat healthy. Probably would have swapped out as soon as the first Poison Fang came through, just to clear that debuff and prevent any unnecessary damage. But Talonflame is definitely going to be able to land at least one move here. Hopefully the switch clocks aren't too far misaligned that it will be impossible to keep some sort of an alignment going here. Now, Flame Charge is going to definitely take out this Crobat at this range unless the opponent shields, which they do. And now a whole Incinerate sneaks through because the opponent threw right away. Is a Poison Fang going to be enough to KO from here? Unfortunately, it is. So we're going to have to farm down here. And I think you come in with the Galarian Articuno to farm down with Psycho Cut, doing that super effective psychic damage. There it is. Here comes the Articuno. 1, 2, 3, 4 Psycho Cuts takes out the Crobat. And now the Walrein comes in. And while the ice damage is super effective, these Ancient Powers don't tickle that much. They actually do some decent chip damage there to the Walrein, and then her little one quick swaps in the Obstagoon to make a combo play with the cross chop. Now this is where you're throwing cross chop against this Walrein. Walrein immediately ducks out, and Drapion is going to get a Night Slash to the face. Now this is resisted, but that's okay. If we can get a boost, that's all we care about. Now Boostagoon does not come to the moon. We are still on a regular get it at the mall shiny, very nice shiny Obstagoon. Crunch does not do much damage at all, getting resisted by the dark typing on Obstagoon. So we're looking at hopefully an Articuno Brave Bird to close the game out here, because I don't think that this Drapion is going to be, oh man, this is a close one. Drapion looks like it might be able to close this game out. I think I might have shielded that one myself just to try and get some damage off here. Now, oh man, this is close, because that Walrein is super close to a move. You have to Brave Bird it for sure. Go for the Brave Bird. Go for the Brave. Oh man. The Brave Bird probably would have KO'd in this scenario. Unfortunately, the super effective damage from Ancient Power is nice if you can get to it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't actually know if a Brave Bird would have KO'd there. I know it probably would have come closer than the Ancient Power did. But unfortunately, Articuno was not able to live the move after, and that is a good game. Still well played. Still well played. Definitely some room for improvement as far as some of the moves were concerned, but very well played on both sides either way. Goon, I would have loved to see a boost there. That would have been amazing. Obstagoon is a really good counter to a Snorlax, because the Snorlax cannot one-shot with a superpower, and that means that Obstagoon can safely farm this thing all the way down after it throws that superpower. Now that does leave the Obstagoon dangerously low. However, you don't have to give up a shield and get rid of a whole Snorlax. But they bait the body slam, which is not exactly the ideal thing to do here, especially if you're staying in against an Obstagoon. Typically, you just go straight for the superpower, I think, because, I mean, that's the only way you're going to be able to do much damage to it. But instead, her little one quick swaps into the Talonflame to catch the body slam and or superpower. And it's a heavy slam, Snorlax. That is spicy. Empoleon comes in. Oh, man, that's rough. Hard counter to Talonflame. That waterfall damage is doing an absolutely insane amount of chunk damage every time it lands. And I don't think you're going to be able to get... Ooh, do you get to it? Barely gets to that last flame charge right before the move goes through. Maggie is asleep, and then she's so cute. Flame charge is going to get the shield from the Empoleon. Goon is going to be able to come in up 2 shields, block a charge move, and farm down for sure. Almost was able to go for the cross chop. 1 turn too late. Hydro Cannon. Goon doesn't care. Goon is just going to tank it like a champ. Now we're going to shield this Hydro Cannon up here. Going to be able to get a fast move through before the Empoleon can get the Hydro Cannon, or can get a waterfall through. And now it's entirely up to this Obstagoon and the Articuno with up shields. However, I don't think there's a whole lot that's going to be able to live a Brave Bird from this Articuno. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, man. Here comes Giratina. This is a rough way to go about it. I think you just go for the Brave Bird here and hope for the best, and then save the shield for Obstagoon, get a Night Slash in after the fact, and just Ancient Power. Spicy movesets today. Giratina altered with Ancient Power, hitting those flyers. Makes sense. It's able to hit the it's able to easily hit the Walreins, the flyers, a lot of things that rock damage does and does well. Unfortunately, you have to sacrifice Dragon Claw and or oh, there's the boost. Shield once. The Boostagoon is going to the moon with a sliver of health. It's not going to be able to... It's not going to go down against the Snorlax. The Snorlax is gone. It's fine. Oh, man. Boostagoon right at the end when it mattered, right? Perfect. I love Boostagoon. All right, we got Obstagoon against Obstagoon. We got a mirror fight here. Now, I don't know if you stay in here or if you get the heck out and go to Talonflame. Go straight to Talonflame. We're not playing the mirror out. That's okay. I completely agree with that pick here. Obstagoon thrown with some poor timing, and an entire Incinerate sneaks through against the Talonflame, or with the Talonflame. So now the opponent is going to try to catch... Was that a Flygon or was that a Garchomp? I don't know. But it's spicy. It's a Shadow Flygon in the Ultra League, folks. This is spicy, and I love it. Flame Charge still does a fair amount of damage with only 1 opportunity to get a charge move off, though I think probably go for the Brave Bird at that point, but it still gets a shield. Doesn't really matter. This is some spice, and I love it. All right, Shadow Flygon staring down her little one and her Obstagoon and her Articuno. Let's see what comes in now. If only Articuno had that ice typing, still would do very well against the Flygon, but Obstagoon is going to start to tank some Dragon Claws here, and in comes Articuno to catch another Dragon Claw. Maybe shield this one. This one might hurt a bit, though. But starting on that farm down, gonna go and get some, probably an Ancient Power. No, in comes Obstagoon to counter. This is going to be a close one. I have to see. I bet you Goon probably sweeps this one right here. 1 Night Slash would probably KO the Articuno. Does the opponent give up a shield for the Brave Bird that's coming in? That is the question. Let's find out. If they shield the Brave Bird, if they let it go, taking out that Obstagoon with a Brave Bird. Here comes Flygon, going for another Brave Bird with just enough health to get there before the next Dragon Tail pops in and KOs the Articuno. Opponent shields the Ancient Power that comes in, and now Goon is going to be able to safely shield this move, get through this Flygon and see what's in the back. Possibly a Giratina now that they might be running a double Dragon line potentially. Would be a very unfortunate thing if this opponent ran into a Charmer. That would just be okay. There's the charm answer. There it is. All right, so this is actually, yeah, I think you lose this one. This is unfortunately not looking like a win to me, but we'll see. No, not Frenzy Plant's going to take out the Obstagoon. That's a good game. Unfortunately, that Flygon was some spice though. Don't you sigh at me. I'm trying to put your head back up. And on to the next game here. We got a sleepy Maggie here. She's so adorable. All right, Giratina on the lead yet again against Goon. This is a great lead for Goon, especially when the Giratina is running Shadow Claw, doing literally 1 damage per Shadow Claw. Her little one is looking to load up a bunch of energy on her Obstagoon as I yawn myself into existence. And Night Slash is going to do super effective chip damage to the Giratina. Still super thick thighs Tina here, able to tank some Night Slashes like nobody's business. But that's okay because Obstagoon doesn't really take much damage from the charge moves from this Giratina at all. And the fact that they're not swapping out means that they probably have something in the back that does not want to deal with Obstagoon. Potentially a Wall Rain, and now Boostagoon is on its way to the moon. And with 1 boost, he will rule them all. Here comes Cresselia. Cresselia is not ready for the Boostagoon. Going to get at least 1, maybe 2 Night Slashes off, getting those shields, or a ton of chip damage with that increased attack. Going to go for 1 more Night Slash, not a CMP tie, so her little one could definitely swap out the Obstagoon here if she wanted to in order to preserve its HP. And there goes the Talonflame. In comes Talonflame, going to be able to wall this Cresselia. Got a shield and half of the health off of it with the Boostagoon. And I should just change the name right now. Change the name of Obstagoon. I'm gonna do it. Because we all know how this goes. Talonflame is gonna flame charge down. Boostagoon has entered the free. Boostagoon is now in the fight. Properly named, as it should be. Alright. This last one, I don't even think you don't even need the Articuno at this point. You just Brave Bird, and that's it, I think. So here comes a Brave Bird. Do they shield? Opponent decides not to shield the Brave Bird. Goes down. Swampert goes down. Articuno just warming the bench, acting absolutely moral support. Doesn't even need to see the field. Man, here comes Boostagoon's going to come back in and finish this fight off right here. And I don't even think Articuno needs to pop in this battle at all. Dragon Claw is going to get a shield. The Giratina, having no shields, is going to take a Night Slash and go to sleep. No, here comes Cresselia, instead going to take a Night Slash. They're going to go to sleep. Then Giratina comes back in after 2 counters. And that's going to be a good game. Very well played. Her little one showing off the splendor, might, and the judgmental face. Tell me Articuno doesn't look like it's just judging you with its hands crossed as such. And that's going to be a good game right here. So thank you so much again to Ladybug XOXO / her little one for submitting these battles of Galarian Articuno. I am stoked to have these. Galarian Articuno is my favorite of the 3 birds, and it's brand new. You can get a Galarian Articuno of your own, as well as a Galarian Zapdos or Moltres, off of the daily incense, that the blue one, the blue daily incense. Just make sure that you're walking, because it doesn't work at all if you're stationary. You have to be walking. But you have a chance to catch these 3 Galarian birds and use them in PvP, and I think this might open the gates for other legendaries to be Great League eligible as they used to be in the special research. So that's going to do it for this particular shoutcast here. Once again, thank you so much for submitting these battles to us, Ladybug, and that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.